Hello, everybody. Just trying to clean up my area. Clearly, I still have not gotten a nice chair for here. It needs to happen. Happy Saturday night. Sorry for not giving very much heads up that I was going live tonight, but I figure who comes. Hi, Joel. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Jamie. Disability Literature. Hi, guys. How is everybody? How's everybody's Saturday? Is it a gazillion degrees outside where you are like it is here? It's like, I think it was 94, 95, something like that today. Very hot. Hello, hello, hello. I'm glad to see you all. Well, not see you all, but like see you in the chat. Hi, everybody. What is, how's everybody's day been? First of all, what did you do today? And hot and humid, Lisa, same here. I spent most of my day inside. Oh, I didn't even bring it in here. I read The Nature of Fragile Things. I started it last night and I finished it this afternoon. I could not put it down. It was so good. It's hot in PEI. Whoa. Kayla, yay. Congrats on your first vaccine shot. Hot and humid in South Carolina, hot in Michigan. Cool and raining. This is what we all need, a little bit of this weather. Send it all around for us. Oh, and Stacy's thrilled for her sunshine. Yay, glad you got some sunshine today. Nice. 3 days of hot weather. I feel like we've had about 3 days here too. It's going to be tomorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow is going to be super, super hot. Cold and rainy in New Zealand. You guys are headed into winter, so that makes sense to me. Hot in St. Louis. Hi, Nancy. You smoked a pork butt today. Smoked a pork butt today. Reading and relaxing. Reading Christian nonfiction all day. Nice, Sylvia. Yeah, too much sun sometimes gives me a bit of a headache. So I don't always like to go out too much. I did go over to a friend's house. They had let me borrow, I don't need that blanket. They had let me borrow a tiller for the garden, but my garden was way too small for the tiller that I borrowed from them. So I had to return that today. Lee, cold and in lockdown, lots of reading time down under. 60s in California. Hello, Jamie. Warm and sunny. I know, Nicole. Very warm and very sunny. All Canadian friends connecting. I love it. And then what is everybody reading or doing tonight during our sprints? I will share with you what I'm reading, and then you guys can tell me all the things you're going to be doing tonight as well. So I am reading Shadow and Bone. I haven't read any of this today because I spent the whole day reading The Nature of Fragile Things. So I'm only a little bit into it. This is my second time through. I never finished the trilogy, though. I only read the first 2 books. So I'm going to be reading all 3, but I'm reading them with Sarah and Lindsay and Amanda. So I'm going to work on that a little bit tonight. Oh, Nancy, I'm so excited for you. Where the Lost Wander is so good. Amanda, one to watch is like, I love that in the summertime. Just fun and light. Hi, Victoria. The Last Thing He Told Me from Book of the Month, Hand in Hand. Bookshop by the Sea by Denise Hunter. Oh, I didn't know that Denise Hunter had one about a bookshop. That sounds cool. Addie LaRue. Glad you're loving that, Christine. Okay. The other... Prior of the Orange Tree Witches and Small Steps. Project Hail Mary. Oh, Victoria, how are you liking that? I've heard good things about Project Hail Mary. Strawberry Girl. Cute. Oh, I used to read Tamara Alexander quite a bit. It's been a long time. So my second book, I'm gonna read this 1 or 2 sprints. We'll see. Then I also need to read Remember, or would like to read Remember by Lisa Genova. I want to make some more progress in this. I would actually like to finish it this weekend if possible. I have some good reading time tomorrow because this one and The Nature of Fragile Things are very overdue at the library. And I'm just holding on to them because they're new releases. And I know if I return them and get back on the holds list, it could be months till I get them again. So I'm just sucking it up and paying the fine that I'm going to have, because we're back to fines now that they're open again. But this one, I mean, it has wide margins, double space. I feel like it'll be a pretty quick read, but it is nonfiction, and that's always a little bit slower for me. So these two are really what I'm going to focus on tonight. If I need something different, I may pick up a middle grade, The Girl Who Stole an Elephant. I'm trying to make my way through with some of my library books because I have quite a few out right now. Purpose-Driven Life, The Last Thing He Told Me, in the Transatlantic Book Club. Nice. I love it. I am not the only one who reads many things at once. Brown Girl Dreaming While Switching Clothes. I love it. Lisa, I have been on a Bridgerton kick. So I read the first one in April. And then in May, I read 2, 3, and 4. And this month, it's only the 5th. I've read 5 and 6 already. So I'm almost done. I've been on a kick. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it so far, Victoria. That's very cool. I haven't put it on my library holds list yet. I probably should, because it might be a while since it's so new. But that's one that I don't have yet. See what else people are reading. Oh, Stacy might also start Shadow and Bone. Cards on the Table, Breath of Snow and Ashes. Oh, that's Outlander book 6. Nice. Good. Mexican Gothic for a book club meeting. Very cool. You guys are reading some good stuff. In Penny, in Project Hail Mary, there's humor. Oh yeah, Andy Weir, right? He had a lot of humor in The Martian as well. And I've heard that this one is more like The Martian than Artemis. That's the one in the middle that nobody really cared for. Spinning Silver, Renee, that sounds like I liked Uprooted. I didn't love it, but I liked it. But I do have Spinning Silver on my shelf. I can't speak this evening. How are you liking that, Renee? Oh, Lee. Yeah, I think I've heard about that one. Asking for it. I don't think that's a book for me. Same. I loved The Martian as well. I think I watched the movie before the book. Oh man, funny story. I was on an airplane when I watched it, and something happened mid-flight, and it knocked, and turbulence or something, and everybody's screen, like the movies, all the on-flight media stuff stopped for a few minutes. So when I restarted, I had to fast forward through to find my spot, which means that I didn't have enough time to finish the movie. So I missed maybe the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the Martian movie, right at the end. I'm not going to say what happens at the end in case anyone hasn't read it, but I was devastated. So then I read the book, and then I watched the movie from start to finish. Oh, funny. Hillbilly Elegy. How are you liking that? Shaquita? I don't know if that's how you say your name. I DNF'd this one. Wasn't loving it. Nice, Renee. Glad you're liking it. Very cool. Yeah. It was very frustrating. What can you do? I couldn't do anything about it, but it was just kind of funny. Your eyes glaze over. I love it. I have been I was supposed to film today because I haven't posted. I posted my vlog from last weekend on Tuesday, and then I haven't filmed or posted anything. I have nothing in the bank of videos. So tomorrow is filming day. So I will have more things up. But Penny, I know you reached out and said you've been quiet. Yeah, it's been a quiet week, but I went and got my hair done yesterday, so all my grays are gone, and now it's the time to film. I don't like when all my grays are out. It's just a me thing. I know that nobody else cares, but oh, Janelle, I just picked up Miss Pettigrew from the library today because I'm really hoping that I can read it and then possibly join in the Zoom with you guys next Saturday, I think it is, right? Is the Zoom conversation for that? I didn't bring that in here because I'm not going to start it tonight, but I did pick it up from the library today though, because I'm hoping I have something going on next Saturday, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do the Zoom. I have to see what's going on, but I've heard that it's a pretty fast read. Should be fun. Yeah, Sundays are a catch-up day, Christine, and I always feel like I'm dressed up and ready to film after I go to church. So I come home and make myself film before I change my clothes and have lunch and get cozy and comfortable for the day. So I have like a nicer outfit on usually, just the silly things, but I'm able to film a couple usually right after church on Sundays. I always have intentions of filming on Saturdays, but then Saturday just ends up being my chill day, which is what I did today. I did have a church like volunteer thank you cookout lunch for an hour or so, but that was all that I had to do today. Yay. Miss Pettigrew. Oh, you just started. What were you reading again? Hillbilly Elegy. Yeah. I hope that you like it. I know a lot of people really liked it, Shaquita. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it right. Tell me if I'm saying it right. I've heard a lot of people really do like it. I haven't seen the movie of it. I need to watch the adaptation. I think that's one that I might like the adaptation better than the actual book. I don't know. I've never read Miss Pettigrew, but I have seen the movie a long time ago. Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. The movie was super cute, I think. It's been so long. I have such a horrible memory, which is why I'm going to read this book and learn how to help myself have better memories. Too funny. Let's do our first sprint just for 15, just to get us warmed up, and we'll go from 45 to 00. I have to make a banner. All my banners are still Mere Christianity banners. All right, edit this one. Start with a little one just to get us going. Yeah, the movie does have a great cast. Hi, Catherine. I don't know. That was part of it, Debbie. I think I just didn't like it's horrible because the author, I think, is the narrator. I started it on audio and I just didn't care for the narrator. And I wasn't interested as I was listening to it. And then it did get a little political and I was like, I'm okay with not reading this one. So I stopped. Actually, I think I was buddy reading that with somebody. Sarah, maybe, from Sarah's Nightstand. I think we both DNF'd it. I don't know. Maybe it might have just been a case of the wrong book at the wrong time. Like, I just think it wasn't the right time for me to read that one. Maybe if I tried it again someday. There's just too many other books to read. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's how it is. I should say sprint, because not everybody's reading. I don't know what I normally say. We'll say sprint from 45 to 00. Christine, I just finished it this afternoon and I loved it. I haven't rated it yet on Goodreads or anything, but yeah, I really did like it. I started, last night I started it, stayed up until about 11, woke up at 6:30 and started reading in bed because I just had to know what was going to happen. And then I finished it this afternoon. All right, so everybody grab your first book or whatever it is you're going to work on. I'm, again, starting with Shadow and Bone. Read maybe a chapter or so. And I'll see you back here in 15 minutes, a quick one to start with. Hello, friends. Come back to me. How'd you do? I didn't quite finish my chapter, but I didn't start at the beginning of the chapter either. I just read a few pages. How many pages did I do? Oh no, I did. I finished one chapter and started another. I never know. I guess I read 22-ish, but it's quick. YA fantasy, 22 pages. I don't really count pages ever, so I don't know why I even asked that. As long as you're enjoying what you're reading, who cares if you read 1 or 30? 50 pages. Holy moly, Amy. That was a lot. 13 pages and a snack. Perfect. Nice. Grabbing some supper is important. Janelle, what are you eating tonight? I had like a ham and cheese wrap thing. Not very exciting, but I needed to use it up. Tomorrow I'm going to do a lot of food prep for the week. So I'm making egg roll in a bowl. I'm putting pork in the crock pot to have pulled pork and cooking up a pack of bacon to use for salads during the week and some hard-boiled eggs to use for salads. Yeah, so I'm going to do some food prep tomorrow. I have a lot I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to film, I'm going to do food prep, and I have church all morning. Should be fun. Oh, it's a novel in verse. That does make a difference, that's for sure. Cottage cheese and Ritz crackers and cucumber and cherry tomatoes. Look at you and your healthy snack, Janelle. I love it. I was craving, I might have some like caprese salad sort of later. I have tomatoes and I have mozzarella and I have basil that is growing and ready to be eaten. Debbie, come on over. I love egg roll in a bowl. So I don't every month do a challenge, but most months I like to give myself some sort of challenge, or I don't know. I guess it's just a challenge to work on building discipline into my life, right? So in June, my mom and I are doing no bread and no sugar. Or like, yeah. So I had a wrap, but it's not bread and it's low carb, whatever. Egg roll in a bowl is like the insides of an egg roll. So I just cook up meat, whatever kind of meat I'm using. Sometimes I like to do sausage to give it a little extra flavor. Sometimes I just use ground turkey. And then I cook it in some sesame oil. I cook some onion first with the meat. Onion, sesame oil, and the meat. And I brown up the meat really good. And then I add like chopped cabbage. I used to chop up the cabbage myself and it made a ton more. And now I just use a bag of coleslaw mix because it's easier and it has the carrots in there too. So you do cabbage and carrots. And then I do like a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, or I use liquid aminos because, again, less sodium, with garlic and ginger. Mix that up and then pour it over the whole thing and mix it all together. And it's like the insides of an egg roll and it's delicious and not deep fried. So somewhat healthy. Oh no, Victoria. Laundry. That you had wet laundry going. That's funny. I started my laundry last night and then let it finish in the dryer and then put it away today. That's one chore that I did today. I finished my laundry. I feel like it's just too hot to do chores today. It's not that hot in my house, but it's so good. Yes, so I'm doing my challenge for June is no bread and no sugar. And it's only 5 days in, and I feel like I'm past the headache part of it. And I didn't realize until today that the headaches that I was having earlier this week were connected with the fact that I was not having sugar. So, yeah. I am past that now, and it's not been super hard in general because I'm eating fruit. So I'm not doing totally no carb because I'm having fruit. So when I feel the need for something sweet, I have yogurt with some fruit in it, and it's a delicious dessert. I had hot dog or hamburger, baked beans, and coleslaw for lunch today at my church. No bun, hamburger with no bun. Yeah, it's in the 90s here as well. Whew, toasty. So even though the air is on in here, when I go outside and then come back in, it feels really good. But when I've been inside for a long time, I feel like it feels pretty warm in here to me tonight in this room. But it is what it is. It's summertime. Except for those of you friends that are down under, you're going into winter. I want to live somewhere that it could be 70 all year long. I love the 70s. Oh, man. I was going to ask you guys a question. Oh, so I have two questions for you. The first one is, what do you guys watch any YouTube that's non-bookish? I don't right now. Well, I have in the last couple days, but in general, I only watch booktube videos. But I'm curious if you guys have other types of things. I mean, if I'm trying to do something specifically, I might look it up on YouTube and just like learn how to do something. But in general, do you have any or channels or types of videos that you like to watch on a regular basis that are not booktube? Floss tube, yeah, my stitching friends. That makes sense. Planner videos, that's cool. Because I had a fleeting thought this past week of starting a channel for my weight loss journey. Then I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so much work to have a whole nother channel. So I don't think I will. But then it got me watching some people's videos of other, like, what do I eat in a day trying to lose weight, and like different challenges and stuff. So I just thought I'd ask what other kinds of channels you guys watch. Homeschool, baking, decorating. Yum for the gluten-free cheese scones. That sounds amazing. Card making, scrapbooking type videos. You've been watching those more than booktube. Interesting. Food channels. Women over 50 or 60 who do clothing videos. Nice. I didn't even know that was a thing. Clothing, like trying on, like showing different outfits of the day and stuff like that. Like, what kind of clothing videos? Very cool. Healthy lifestyle. Homesteading, skincare, makeup. I love it. Gardening. I've only looked at like specific recipes. I've never watched like a specific channel. Nicole, I'd watch a channel about weight loss. Thanks. I'm not totally ruling it out, but as of right now, I don't think that I have the time for it. My husband's addicted to the guy who builds chicken coops. I love it. That's funny. I do love decluttering. That would be a fun thing to get into because I love to watch people declutter. I don't like decluttering my own stuff. I just like to watch other people do it. I need to watch some makeup videos because I don't know what to do with that. I've done a lot of music video type things. I watch Maverick City Music. I love their music videos, worship videos. Building. You watch people build Lego things. Thank you, Victoria. I don't know if I really want to, or if it was just like a spur of the moment. I have to think about it a little more. I started making ideas. Maybe you guys can help me brainstorm, like ideas of what kinds of things I would film for a channel like that. I don't know. Yeah, how to put outfits together. Nice. Dollar store. I've seen a couple different, like, I bought this at the dollar store and watched me upscale it crafty kind of videos. I've seen a couple of those back, like when I get sucked into the the black hole of random videos. Oh, Enneagram videos. There's those the two women. I don't know if they have a channel or if I just see their videos on YouTube, but the two women who do Enneagram, like an Enneagram order at Starbucks, and then they go through all the different numbers. I like those. ASMR. Yeah, I do like ambient rooms when I'm reading sometimes. The David Peckman Show. What's in my purse videos. Old time radio shows on YouTube. That's cool. The Minimal Mom. I might have to look her up. Yeah, if you have any specific channels that you love, let me know too. Fun. I'll save my second question for later for our next chat. I don't know if I could do a what's in my purse. I guess I could. I don't keep I don't keep anything fun in my purse or my bag. Jane, hi, welcome. Did you find anything good at the bookstore? Veronica, I also, there's a woman who I started watching randomly one night when I was scrolling who did Goodwill, like thrift with me's. And then I think she resells it on eBay. And so she does the whole, you go with her to the thrift store, see what she purchases, and then she shows you how much she makes by selling that same thing. So she knows a lot about what's actually worth money. And I guess the more you do stuff like that, you learn it. I'm like, I wouldn't even have a clue, but then she shows you how much she makes by reselling some of that stuff on eBay. It's pretty fun. People living in RVs. Oh, I went down that rabbit hole too of van conversions, like converting a van into a motorhome. And made me want to go buy a van. I'm not sure if her name was the Crazy Lamp Lady. She was young. Maybe in her early 30s, mid 30s. I don't know. Nice. The Night Circus is so good. Christian themed humor videos. I love it. Oh man, Elizabeth, we're just talking about other things you watch on YouTube besides BookTube. There's a lot of film noir. What does that mean exactly, film noir? Like old movies? Noir. It might be the Crazy Lamp Lady. I'm not sure. Froggy finds for yard sales and resales. Oh, I love that. There used to be a show, like there used to be a couple shows, HGTV, I think. Ew, no, not pimple popping. I can't do it. There used to be a show. What's it? Design on a Dime? No, it's something like that. But it was a competition. They went to a big flea market. They had to buy something. They had a certain amount of money to buy it. They had to upscale it and then resell it at that flea market like a week later or something, and see which team made more money. I loved that one. I forget the name of that show. The pimple popping is just too much. No, ma'am. I love it. Okay, let's do a 20 we'll go from 20 to 40 in a few minutes here. Just giving you a heads up. I need the heads up for myself. We'll go from 20 to 40. Denise, what is, the cheese, gluten-free cheese scones. I'm like, what is so yum? The gluten-free cheese scones that your husband made. That's awesome. Flea Market Flip. Yes, that's what it was called. So good. Oh, fun. Which shows did you start watching, Lee? Old TV shows. I'm still on to the Kim's Convenience kick. I haven't finished. I'm on season 4 though. I think I only have 1 season left after this. It's very typical of me. I pick one show and I binge it from start to finish. Well, since I've been able to do that with Netflix. Next, I think I'm going to stop though and do movies because there's a handful of movies that I need to watch that are on Netflix right now. Like Yes Day, like fun ones. The camp one, A Week Away, which is like Christian camp of the 90s, which is my life. The Carol Burnett Show. Oh my word. I used to love the Carol Burnett Show. So funny. I watched that as a kid. I used to love it. It was probably reruns. Was it? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't reruns. I was in the 80s watching it. That was a good show. Queen's Gambit. Yes, I haven't seen that yet. I've already binged all the way through Firefly Lane. I'm loving the 20-minute sitcom one right now. Like Kim's Convenience is like a 22-minute episode. And I love it because it's just quick. I feel like I can watch 2 or 3 and not be wasting too much time. I love Gilmore Girls. That is always a favorite. I do need to watch the Queen's Gambit. I know that I'll like it. Mama's Family. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. An older one. Facts of Life. Oh, that is nostalgic for sure. I love it. I literally haven't watched anything except Kim's Convenience in over a month. I haven't seen a movie. I haven't, done anything other than random scrolling. Hi, Melinda. Oh, Virgin River, I've heard is pretty good. Oh, Lee. Yay. I'm so excited that it's your first time and you're loving it. Yay. Jem, are you liking Kim's Convenience? It's just so fun. I think it's so cute. Dukes of Hazzard. Virgin River. Who wrote that book series? I don't know. Excuse me. Kim's Convenience is a Canadian sitcom on Netflix. Well, that's where I'm watching it. I'm sure it's on Canadian television as well. About a Korean family who run a convenience store. Well, the one son works at a car rental place, and they're just really cute and fun. I like it. Robin Carr, that's who wrote it. The Virgin River series, right? I'm not going to tell you what my favorite book this year so far was because at the end of June, beginning of July, I will do a favorites so far this year. I'll pick some of my favorites from the first half of the year. So I'm going to save that answer, Jeff. Sorry. I love it. Corner Gas on Amazon Prime. I have not heard of that one. I do have Amazon Prime. I have too many things. I have Disney, Amazon Prime, Netflix. I've not found a chair, so I'm sitting still in my not so comfy one. I've been watching Kaminsky Method. I'm not familiar with that one either. I haven't really been looking for a chair though either, other than that weekend a couple weeks ago. Yay, Louise, I'm glad you're here. It's 8:20 and we're going to stop right now chatting and grab a book. So grab whatever you're reading or a project or go fold the laundry or whatever you need to do. Everybody, we are going to pause. Debbie, I want to hear about your new chair in a second. Well, in 20 minutes. We're going to pause and read. I'm going to stick with Shadow and Bone for one more sprint and then I'll switch over. So I'm going to stick with this one. Grab your book And I will see you back here in, well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be quiet and read. I'll see you back here in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Peace out. Alrighty. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Welcome, Sarah. Melinda, I'm down for a trip to New Zealand and Australia to visit all my friends over there, down there, somewhere, other side of the world, if it wasn't so far away. How did everyone do with that sprint? I read 2 chapters, I think. So I ended at a chapter break. So I'm going to switch books for the next one. How did everybody do? Take that down. Come back, come back. I watched, this is one of the binges that I did on Netflix, the whole Shadow and Bone adaptation. And it was so good. Yeah. So it's really fun reading it after having seen the adaptation, because now I'm picking up on things that I didn't remember from the book, but that I remember from the show. So it's pretty cool. Welcome, Anne. Never too late to join in the fun. Yeah, Melinda, and the money issue. That's part of the problem. I wish there was some cool air here, Sarah. It's not cool. Even now, I think it's pretty hot out. I was out at 6 something and it was still 92 degrees. Yeah, it's 84 still. It's only going to be 70 overnight. It's going to be a hot day tomorrow too. Holy moly. Yeah, it's just going to be hot, hot, hot. Oh, you're so close to the end, Nicole. I cried at the end of that one. Victoria, oh, excuse me. I can't stop yawning today. Always. I feel like I'm always yawning on the sprints. I never read Ruin and Rising. So I'm rereading Shadow and Bone, and then I'm going to reread Siege and Storm, and then I'm going to read Ruin and Rising for the first time. Oh, good, Kim. I'm glad it's making you think that's a good one. I haven't read that in a long time. Road trip. Road trip? It's not a road trip. Flight. Field trip. Field trip. That's what I meant to say. Field trip to Down Under. Stacy, I've already read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I read those first, actually, and really liked them. I'm not sure if I'm going to reread those ones right now, but I'm hopefully going to fly through these this month. I would love to knock all 3 of them out this month, but I'm reading them with Amanda and Sarah and Lindsay, so it kind of depends on how fast or slow we go. So we'll see. I just got a Voxer message from Amanda. She read through chapter 8, and I think that's where I left off too. Oh no, I got through chapter 9, so I'm a little ahead, so it's perfect timing to switch. Yeah, Sarah, it's so good. Did you read the books before you watched the adaptation? Because there's I'm having a lot of fun seeing little things that they picked up on for the adaptation that I didn't necessarily remember. It's kind of fun. Very cool. I woke up early to finish The Nature of Fragile Things. Nature of Fragile Things. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Which was so good. So you're watching the adaptation before reading the books. Interesting. I love it. I'm not very picky when I watch adaptations. Like, I just tend to accept it for what it is. But I know a lot of people who are very picky with their adaptations. I read 1984 for that prompt, a book that you should have read in high school, and I hated it. Oh, that's cool. You got a scratch off poster. I love those. I've seen those scratch off posters. That's a fun idea. Very fun. What other shows have you watched before reading the books, or shows or movies did you watch before? So I talked about The Martian. I read The Martian before reading the book. No worries. No shame. No shame in your game. That's totally fine. I'm trying to think of other ones that I watched first. Probably a lot, but I don't know. And do you guys have a preference to read it first or watch it first? Some people are sticklers about reading it first. I'm not that much of a stickler. I'm willing to do either way. I have Strawberry Girl on my shelf. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Debbie. Twilight. I've never read or watched Twilight. So it's not my jam. Not a vampire girl. Yeah, I'm willing to do either way as well, Christine. It depends on what it is. It depends on opportunity as well. Like, if a show is coming out, I might try to read the book first, but I'm not going to be a stickler about it. Hunger Games I read first, and then I was in line at midnight. Actually, my friend figured there was a 7:00 showing. It was supposed to premiere at midnight, but my theater showed it at 7 the day before, like a Thursday. It was supposed to premiere at, I don't know. We got in early somehow for almost all the Hunger Games movies. I like watching classics sometimes before reading the books because it helps make sense of what the book is about. Sometimes it's hard, yeah, to get into classics. Keeper of the Lost Cities is kind of fantasy, isn't it? You're enjoying it, so don't write off fantasy totally. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, which they're so different. The books do always go into more detail. For sure. I just saw one. Oh, Christine, I'm so glad you're liking it so far. I'm not going to read that till the third week. I'm planning third week of June, hopefully. I usually read it first, but if I watch something, find others' book, I have to read it. Things that I've watched before, I read. Virgin River, Sweet Magnolias. I had forgotten that that's a book. I watched that as well and haven't, all three of those I didn't realize were books. I think I knew Virgin River was a book series. And after I watched Sweet Magnolias, somebody told me that that's a book series. That was a lovely show. I enjoyed flying through that one. And you guys know I haven't read or watched Queen's Gambit yet. Nice. Read it in a day. Yeah. I like the Austen adaptations. I'm not sure who wrote, those of you who've read it or know, who wrote The Queen's Gambit. This is one that I've never had the desire to read the book, Alias Grace, but I saw a preview or a trailer or whatever for the show. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. But I don't know if it's for me. But I still don't really have a desire to read the book. Cheryl Woods wrote Sweet Magnolias. Nice. No, don't. I don't know when I would get to them, Melinda. Don't send them. Don't send them because I'm not sure when or if I would get to them. I don't think Kate Quinn wrote Queen's Gambit. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Walter Tevis wrote Queen's Gambit. My brothers are huge. I read some fantasy. My brothers are huge. My two brothers who read. I have two brothers who don't read, two brothers who do. My brothers who do are definitely fantasy readers. Like that's their go-to genre. Definitely more than me. Like big time. Eye of the World. This is one that I unhauled Name of the Wind and George R. R. and the Game of Thrones one, but this one I'm keeping. This is another one of those big. This is like 17 book series though, and it's just they're all huge. And I'm talking like tiny text, huge. Someday I'll read those. My brothers would really like me to read those fantasy books. I have not read Woman with the Blue Star, but I have that on my NetGalley list. So I would really like to read it. I think I might even have it checked out from the library right now too. Yeah, it is a huge series. I just can't. I don't know. I need to finish up some more series before I decide to dive into something like that. And I'm not sure it's going to be the fantasy for me. It's like very high fantasy. But I know so many people have loved it and read it. It's like a classic fantasy series. I don't know. Making friends, making connections. I love it. Nice. This is another one. They're making an adaptation, aren't they? Where is it going to be? Who's doing it? Who's doing the adaptation, Victoria? And is it just going to be the first book? Oh my word. I don't know if I want to start this one. I wish there was like a trip or something I was going on because this feels like it would be a good take it on a trip. I cannot do books like this on audio because there's too much world building and I need to see it with my eyeballs and not just hear it. I'm not an audio learner. Okay, Amazon Prime, nice. High fantasy to me, and Victoria, you read a lot more fantasy than I do, so you might be able to help out with this. To me, high fantasy means harder names to pronounce and incredible amounts of world building and like a deep world. Like it's not just surface level stuff. Like it just goes really deep and it's totally different from our world. And there's usually some kind of a magic system or something like that. But it's just very in depth and not light. Fantasy light. I don't know. That's how I think of high fantasy. Usually I think of high fantasy as names that I can't pronounce. Oh man. I may have to plan a weekend getaway. Myrtle Beach, fun. I would say Lord of the Rings is high fantasy. High fantasy means, okay, here we go, Victoria. I knew you would come through. Thank you. I am not much of a fantasy reader, and I think a lot of you guys here are not that much either. High fantasy means it's set in a world that we're unfamiliar with. Low familiar is set in something familiar like Harry Potter. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wait, you did say it right. You were correcting yourself, and then you said it right. You did say it right. Yes. We're all getting an education on fantasy, which we don't read that often. Some I like, what do you call it? Low fantasy? I guess I like low fantasy better than high fantasy. I do like some. Yes. I read the Farseer trilogy and really enjoyed it. I have Ship of Magic is out on my series shelf because I would like to start the next one of those too. I don't know, they're just such a commitment. There's so many books in all these series. I can't commit. There's too many books I want to read. Too many books to read. Let's go. We can meet in Pennsylvania. You come over anytime, Debbie. Let me know. I got a place to stay and everything. Too funny. See, I didn't care for. I liked Fellowship, but I didn't care for all of Two Towers and Return of the King. I liked parts of them. I just don't love battle scenes in books. I just can't do battle scenes. All right, we're going to do another 20 from, oops, I meant to push edit, from 00 to 20. You don't have to like fantasy. That's totally fine. I probably feel like most, I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like most people who watch my channel don't read a ton of fantasy. Some, I sprinkle some fantasy in, and I think some of you guys sprinkle some fantasy in as well. But I don't have a ton of, I don't read a ton of high fantasy. And so it's okay. You're welcome here. Fantasy lovers, non-fantasy lovers, you are welcome here. Oh, man. In the fall, Pennsylvania trip. Oh, Sarah, it's actually my friend Sherry. I was a mother's helper when the twins were born, and the twins are now 14, which is crazy. When they were born, they were preemies, and I went over a couple mornings a week to just be an extra pair of hands for her. It was kind of my summer job. And I did all kinds of things to help her out, from washing the windows to helping with laundry to feeding babies to playing with Adam, who was the older boy, and he was 18 months at the time. But yeah, their farm is gorgeous. She's a rock star. She keeps her farm so beautiful. But yeah, I don't know if that I was clear in the video, because you're not the first one to say that she was my sister. She's not my sister. I feel like she's my sister. I love her very much, but yeah. She's just my friend. I always thought high fantasy meant confusing. Oh, man. Sprinkle, girl. Sprinkle that fantasy in there. I love it. Yeah, there's a couple of you fantasy sprinklers. Oh, Victoria. It's okay. You're welcome. You're welcome here. I like middle grade fantasy and YA fantasy. I'm with you, Jamie. It's the commitment issue. FOMO. There's too many books. There's too many books that I have to read. And those fantasies are just so long and huge. Oh, I know. They're just getting so big. Makes me feel really old. Oh, it was a lovely weekend. It had been over a year. I mean, since before pre-COVID that I had seen her and the boys. So it was really nice to go and catch them. Jewel, the little animal, was a sugar glider. It was a weird little animal, that's for sure. Very weird. Yay! Victoria, you are not alone here. There's a couple of you fantasy readers here. I love it. Oh my word. They're very like, go get them. That's how their dad is too. He started working when he was very young, and it's just a job that they can do that they love and also enjoy. So love and enjoy, it's kind of mean the same thing, but you know what I mean. They have a lot of fun with it. All right, we are going to put this up. Get your books ready. I'm going to switch now. Since I ended at a chapter break, it's a good point to stop with Shadow and Bone. I'm actually going to send a Voxer message, so I'll mute myself for a second there, and then I'm going to dive into Remember by Lisa Genova. So grab your books or whatever it is you're working on, and I will see you back here in 20. All right. Welcome back, friends. Jen, hello, you're here. Hi, Leah. Oh, Louise, I'm not sure why Fantasy decides to make strange sounding names. Fun, I think, just so the author can have some fun with it. Maybe. So I finished the chapter that I had started in this one. Remember, I think it's too late at night for me to read this one. I started the next chapter. I'm like, no, I need to stop. It's too late at night. But I just learned about the prefrontal cortex, which is where our current working memory happens. So like if you have a string of numbers, or what helps you remember the beginning of a sentence so that you can understand the end of a sentence, that happens in your prefrontal cortex. Just learned that. The hippocampus is where memories are made, long-term memories, but the prefrontal cortex is immediate. It was very interesting, actually. And it made me think of, I didn't read it and I have no desire to. It's way too literary, but it was pretty popular this past year. Not popular, but among my friends who read super literary, Ducks Newburyport, I think it was called, and where it's like stream of consciousness. The whole thing is basically one sentence. Not one sentence, but yeah, maybe it is. Like no line breaks, no paragraph breaks, no chapter breaks. I'm like, yeah, I can't read that. She even just in here had one paragraph. Where did it go? She had one paragraph that is all one sentence. And she's like, that's harder for our brains to comprehend than a short paragraph like this, because our prefrontal cortex can only remember like 15 to 20 seconds worth of memory. And it takes longer when you have a longer paragraph. It just was so interesting. It's so interesting. Our brains are pretty incredible. Hey, Lisa and Lindsay and Melissa, you guys just showing up. I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lisa, what are you crocheting? Are you working on a project? Fun. Nice. Fun end of the year type of stuff, Lindsay. Is your school year over or almost over? And what do you do in the summer, Lindsay? Do the kids stay? Do you have some kids that stay? You just missed a sprint, Kim. We just got done with a 20-minute reading sprint. Oh, you're hooked. And you almost cried. I'm surprised I did not cry. Almost cried. I teared up a little bit with The Nature of Fragile Things, but it didn't make me cry hard. There was a couple scenes that made me tear up. I love when a book makes me cry. I just love it. I just love it. Oh, yay. I would like to make a granny square blanket someday. I actually might make a big square, almost like buffalo plaid, but with white, gray, and black. But not little granny squares. I might make them a little bit bigger. I've been thinking about that for next year. I do usually a blanket every year, but you are not the only one coming in late. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. The adults all go on vacation to recover. I love it. That's good, though, that you get a little break, a couple months off. I love granny square blankets too, but I feel like they're a lot of work, right? Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. I only crochet in the winter. It's too hot in the summertime to work on crocheting because it's heavy and hot. I made my mom a blanket this year. Turned out nice. Last year I made my sister a blanket, so I think next year I'm due for one for myself. Maybe. We'll see. I like the idea of that black, white, and gray one. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I was Pinteresting ideas a while ago. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, so the other thing I was going to ask is about, what was I going to ask? I should have wrote it down. I knew I had another question, something about, it wasn't ideas for videos because I have June pretty well set. I don't know what it was. Now it's lost. It's lost. It must have been in my, it must have not been a memorable enough idea to remember. You turn on your fireplace in Phoenix, Melissa? Holy moly. You must keep your air conditioning on. Do you keep your air conditioning on while you turn on your fireplace? That's funny. It's just really hot here. It's just 90s, 80s still. Corner to corner, what does that mean? Like diagonal? What is corner to corner? Quilting? Yeah, what does that mean, corner to corner? I'm picturing a diagonal one. Oh, that would be crazy. You have to count. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying Infinite Country. That was one of the Book of the Month choices last month or not last month. Was it last month? A couple months ago? Was it a Book of the Month? No, I can picture it with the rectangles coming down. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I haven't read too much about immigration in particular. I know there's a lot of good ones out there. Tell me, friends, what is a corner to corner blanket? Is it what I'm picturing? I think it's what I'm picturing. I already did. So maybe I will ask if you guys have ideas for, not ideas, but what are some of your favorite? I mean, we talked about non-booktube videos that you like, or people that you like, type of people that you like. But what are some of your favorite booktube type videos that you like to watch? Corner to corner is diagonal. Okay, thank you. Melissa, I mentioned this earlier. So I read the first one in April. In May, I read book 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3, and 4. And already this month, it's only the 5th, I've already read book 5 and 6. And they were so good. 5 I liked a lot. 6 was a little more steamy, I feel like, than some of the other ones. But I liked the story of it. Yeah, they're good. You start on one corner and work your way to the other. Yeah, thank you. Victoria, no worries. She got carried away with her reading. That's good. That's okay. Vlogs, wrap-ups, and book reviews. Yes, 6 was steamier than some of the other ones. Most read authors. I don't know if I have done that. I'd have to look back in the vault. That's a good idea, though. I might need to update that. Book hauls and thrifting, DIY house stuff. Those are fun. I need my last 5-star prediction happened, I think, in October or November, and I still haven't read all 5 of the books. There was only 5. There's only 5 books, and I still haven't read them all. Oh, so the next one I have to go. Is that the last one, Melissa? Is 7 the end? Oh, no, it can't be because there's 8 kids. Oh, I loved Colin and Penelope's story. Okay, tags, book journals, TBR games. I love watching TBR games too. People are so creative. People are so, so creative. Yeah, here's some of my favorites. Those are some of my favorites. Oh, are you? I'm listening to them, Jen. I'm finding them on Hoopla. Do you use Hoopla at all? They're all on there. Then the only problem with Hoopla is I have a limit to how many I can read in a month on there, and I think it's like 7 or something. I don't know if it tells me. Oops, wrong app. I think my limit is 7 a month on Hoopla, or I don't remember. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Borrowed. Well, I have 6 more this month, and I've borrowed 2. Oh no, one of them I borrowed but I didn't listen to it until I borrowed it in May. So I have 7 a month through Hoopla. But vlog videos, firsthand reactions, and a bit of everyday life. Nice. Recommendation type videos. I haven't done too many specific recommendations. I've seen a lot of people doing those. Maybe I'll have to come up with some. I did like a long time ago. Sort of my shelf spotlight covers these recommendations, but I did like a non-World War II and World War II, but I haven't done other categories. That's a good idea. Wrap-ups, Rex by genre. Book list Thursday. I know, I love their lists that they do. I love watching unhauls too. I get motivated. Vlogs. Yeah. This is the problem with book hauls, right? Like, I always just want to get all the books too. I get it. Don't forget, Melissa's very young. No hot flashes. Debbie. I love it. Oh, I know. I like when they get together. That was fun. I use Libby for audiobooks. See if your library also has Hoopla, because I use Libby as well, and I have to wait. Whatever's on Hoopla is available right now. See, I have both through my library, so check. Something to look forward to. You guys are funny. I love it. I just want Sarah, you just told me about her. She's very sweet. She has a very sweet demeanor. I liked the video. I watched 1 or 2 of her videos the other day. I like theme videos. So I was gonna do, I'm gonna tell you guys, I love when people do like a secret TBR or a vlog about a certain type of thing. Sarah at Sarah's Nightstand loves to do this. I was going to do a secret TBR, and I decided this weekend that I'm not gonna do it, because my idea was to pick 3 super hyped books that I didn't have an interest in reading, and to see if I liked them. So I chose the 3 books. I had got them from the library. I even listened to one of them, but the other 2 were sitting here, and I'm like, I just really don't want to read them. Even for a video, I just didn't want to read them. And I have too many books that I want to read, so I decided to take them back to the library. So that video is not going to happen. I do like games too, Amy, when you can get other people on with you, or any kind of a challenge, or I like the scavenger hunt type of things on the bookshelves. I like vlogs as well. Like anything that you can see a bigger, like when I film, it's like this little piece of my bookshelf behind me. So when you can see the whole thing, or when you can see into somebody's life a little bit more, I really like those. The books, Lindsay, I will tell you the books. So the one that I listened to, I actually have to include it in my May wrap up now, since I'm not doing that video, is The House on the Cerulean Sea. And the other 2 were The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and not Kitchens of the Great. What's the one? The Logger Queen of Minnesota. Those were the 3. I started listening to Evelyn Hugo And I'm like, I just don't want to I just don't want to read it. I had the book here too. Maybe I should have tried it in print. Yeah, they just weren't calling to me. And I already didn't have an interest in reading them, which was the point of the video I was going to do. Oh, man. Oh, that's a bummer, Jen, that Hoopla isn't connected to the New York Public Library. You need to talk to a friend who doesn't live in New York City and borrow their Hoopla. Except that then it would use up some of their options. I don't know. I did pick a book of the month. I got 3 actually. Do I remember what they are? No. Let me go and look real quick. Now that I already ordered my box, I wish I waited. I know I should wait. Because now Sarah's nightstand just read one of the ones that I picked, and she's like, I'm not sure you're gonna like that one. I'm like, oh, stink. All right, I got The Maidens by Alec Michaelides, which is a thriller and gonna be totally not what I normally read, but it's one of my anticipated reads for this spring, and I'm really excited for it. And then I added on 2 other ones. What did I add on? Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and One Last Stop is like a contemporary, maybe romancy type one by Casey McQuiston. And that's the one Sarah just read, and she's like, I don't know if you're going to like that one. And I wish that I added on the other, what's it called? All Books. Let's see if I can find it. I wish I added on a different one. Where is it? It's loading. The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. I just heard Anne Vogel talking about that on a podcast of hers I was listening to today. And I'm like, oh, I wish I put that one in my box instead of One Last Stop. That's why I wish I waited a little bit. Oh, well. Okay, I'm behind on comments now. Yay, your library just got connected to Hoopla. Fantastic. It was honestly just okay for me. I didn't love it, which I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to love it. It was okay. I definitely didn't fall in love with it like so many other people did. Yeah, so many people. See, I did read The Silent Patient. I kind of loved it. It's crazy. No, I am not a Taylor Jenkins Reid fan. I read one book of hers, One True Loves, years ago, and I didn't like it. And it, really didn't like it. I thought it was eye-rolly, cheesy, and I knew after the first 50 pages what was the whole book. I could predict the whole thing, which I don't always mind cheesy and predictable. Like, I read other books that are cheesy and predictable, but for some reason that one just turned me off. And then I just really have no desire to read Daisy Jones and the Six or Evelyn Hugo. And then when I heard that Malibu Rising is about a guy who has an affair with his brother's wife, I'm like, nope. Count me out, TJR. Yeah, I'm just not a Taylor Jenkins Reid person. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I wish this is what I did. I wish I got The Other Black Girl. I'm going to have to, it's an add-on, so I can add it on next month. It's fine, as long as it doesn't sell out, which I'm not sure it will because it's just the first month of it being offered. I want to hear some more reviews on it, but from what I heard in the podcast today, it sounds like it'll be a really, really good one. So, oh well. Yeah. This is kind of videos you like. Okay. Bookshop tour videos, weekend vlogs. Good, because I like doing weekend vlogs. Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany. I liked that one except for the language. If it didn't have the language, I would have loved it. It would have been, I think I gave it 4 stars. It probably would have stayed 4 stars. It deals with some serious things, but it's also very lighthearted and fun. I liked that one. Yeah. I have this on my shelves. How are you liking it, Debbie? Oh, there's a Spotify playlist. That's fun. Music is a character in the book. I love that. Yeah, the language, Sarah, in Star-Crossed Sisters is annoying because it doesn't seem to fit at all. Language doesn't always bother me if it fits with the tone of the book, but it really didn't in this one. Ugh. And it felt like there was a lot of language at the beginning and a lot of language at the end and not so much in the middle. And I don't know if that's because I got caught up in the story in the middle, but I feel like it just didn't fit. Yay. Yeah, that's a very sweet one. Jenny Colgan. I need to read the next one in that series. I'm with you, Veronica. I don't love it either. I can get past it sometimes. Sometimes I just can't. Oh man. All right. We've been talking for a long time. Let's go ahead and do another sprint from 45 to 05. Let's get chatty. Oh, Lost Apothecary is good. I did add that on, even though I read it before Book of the Month picked it. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of people loved Evelyn Hugo, which is why it was one of those books on that list in my mind of books everyone seems to love, but I just don't have an interest in reading. And I still don't have an interest in reading. Oh man. Yeah, what's the second one? Bookshop on the Shore. Is that the second one? I think that's it. And then 500 Miles from You or something like that. I have all three of those. I really liked the first one. Sweet. It's so good. I know that it's not like groundbreaking. The writing didn't blow me away, but it was a cool story. I liked the story in it. I told you already. I'm not gonna read this one. It's too late. I need to read that during the day when I'm not yawning and yawning. So I'm gonna start a middle grade because I feel like I haven't read a lot of middle grade lately. So I'm gonna start The Girl Who Stole an Elephant, which is one of my NetGalley books, and it's teeny tiny. So hopefully I can finish this early this week. I don't have to work Monday or Tuesday because I'm done working with that family of 4 kids. I'm done. So I now have another family I'm working with for the summer only. Well, through September on Mondays and Wednesdays. But they're on vacation this week, so I get Monday and Wednesday off. Yay. So I'll definitely finish this week. I'm excited for a middle grade in my life. I'm a sucker for bookshop books too. I love it. You guys are giving each other recommendations. Makes my day. Ooh, fun. What did you find, Jen? I haven't been in a Dollar Tree in a really long time. I always love it when people can find books there. I think I found one once, but I unhauled it. Yay, Assassin's Apprentice. So good. All right, get your books ready. Excuse me. Get your books ready. Terry. Hi, Terry. Glad you're here. Just in time for a sprint. Actually, let me put this up. You're just in time for a sprint. Getting back to it. All right, I'll see you guys in 20. I'm sorry. I love it. I got carried away. Welcome back, friends. Terry, sorry that you've had a crazy day. This is going to be a fun book. The Girl Who Stole an Elephant. I like it. So far, I like it a lot. It's like a young girl, Robin Hood, steals from the rich to help the people in her village. But then she steals from the queen and things go awry. It's going to be good. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, friends. Nice finds, Terry. When Winter Comes and Eagle and Crane. I've not heard either of those. I think we might call it a night soon. How did everybody's last sprint go? Lindsay, yay for finishing a book. Congratulations. There's always a little lag. I should remember to watch live on my phone and turn off the volume. Now I want to go to Dollar Tree and see what I can find. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Anne. Yay. And you're reading Assassin's Apprentice, right? That's a long one. To be at the 200-page mark is good progress. That was for Lovable Reader. Good job. I think how many pages did I read? 40 pages, but it's middle grade. Another chapter read. Good job, Stacy. 70 pages. Oh yeah, in verse. Yay! Just over 100 pages left in your book. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Same. I don't know. I go by so many different Dollar Trees for different reasons around the city, and I just never go in them. Yes, you are almost halfway. Nice. Terry, late dinner for sure. I really want more popcorn. But it's 10 o'clock. I should not have any more popcorn. Oh, cool. Furthermore is another one of those books. Tahereh Mafi is an author that I just can't do. Can't do it. I do want to read Aisha at last. Yay, Debbie, you finished. Yay. I can't do her writing style, Tahereh Mafi. Some people love it, but I tried that Shatter Me series back when I first started BookTube and was trying to read a lot of YA fantasy because that's what I was watching people talk about. But I read maybe two pages and I was like, nope, not going to do it. And then I tried Furthermore and I felt the same way. I just don't like her writing style doesn't connect well with me. But I know other people love it. Oh, I have that book right here. I have no room for it on my middle grade shelf. You found this at the Dollar Tree? That's awesome. Nice find. Yeah, I would totally stay up to finish. Yep, Veronica, you should stay up to finish too. Oh, man. It's true. Oh, excuse me, Debbie, that Dollar Tree does have great supplies there. I love it. Fun, fun, fun. So, coming up this week, I'm going to film tomorrow my May wrap up and my summer anticipated reads. Well, it's really July, August, and September, third quarter. July, August, and September anticipated reads. And one other that will be a surprise, something different. So those are the 3 that I'm hoping to film tomorrow. So those will be coming soon. I have time, since I don't have to work Monday and Wednesday, I have time to get them edited and ready to go. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying Molokai. I think that's one that I've had, and then I unhauled it, and then I got it again, and then I unhauled it again. I just don't know. Now I want to go to Dollar Tree tomorrow and see what we can find. Good. I'm glad you got stuff done, Catherine. I don't think mine really do either. Or maybe the good ones just get taken quickly. Oh, thanks guys for hanging out with me. I was going to say wrap it up early, but we've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes, so it's not early. But yeah. Sarah, which book? Rebel Librarian or Molokai? Molokai. I woke up too early to read today. Tomorrow I'm on worship team, playing the piano at church. I don't have to be with the kids tomorrow, but I got to go early and make sure the kid stuff is all set up. Oh, Molokai, you found it at the thrift store. But I hope you guys down under have a wonderful Sunday. You're already on your Sunday. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope the rest of you have a good rest of your weekend as well. And it's early. I know some people, you West Coasters and my Midwest people, it's a little earlier. Thank you. This is just a cheapo one. I've been using Olive and June almost exclusively, but I wanted something that's this color. I need to order their summer colors, those really bright ones that they just came out with, Olive and June. I love them. But thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will be talking to you sometime soon, I'm sure. Next weekend should be all set for a Instagram cozy read-in. So we'll do that next weekend just on Instagram. But thanks for reading and hanging out. You guys are awesome. And I will talk to you soon. Sorry that you were so late, Terry. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye, friends.